Hello everybody, it's Therese here again. It's been a while since I've made any videos, but I've got a lot of things that I'm trying out. So here's the first edition of some of those items. So I had a little hiatus. It's kind of been a bad year for me. I deal with depression and I had a rough time this summer. So for the videos that I had made before, where I had said that I was going to be doing updates on them, I didn't, and that was the reason why. So additionally, if anyone has any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. I have taken that tank down, well, sort of just rearranged it, and now it's going to be with very little soil and not scaped at all and very little plants. But aside from that, what I want to show you guys today is a product that a lot of people are, I would say, intimidated by, because it can be a little scary for some people. For me, it was a huge thing for me to get into pressurized CO2. If I had not had the mentor that I had at the time who gave me a setup, I would never have gotten into it. I was doing DIY CO2, and if anybody's ever done that, you know that it can be kind of a hassle. You don't really get the full benefits of the CO2, and so there's still a lot of plants that you can't really grow well to their best of their abilities without having some sort of pressurized CO2, something that you can turn on and off. So before I start that, I want to show you this shirt that I'm wearing, and I want to give a shout out to my friend Randy Reed. He has a podcast. It's called the Co2art Podcast. And he's taken the time to speak with a lot of different people from different sides of the hobby, both freshwater, saltwater, from shrimp to plants, everything included, and breeding fish, breeding shrimp, such like that. So if you've not heard of him before, go to aquarispodcast.com and listen to some of his podcasts. It's really, it's a lot of good information. I'm on there talking about products, and he just is really getting a large community of people and just sharing experiences. And so he has a really good voice, definitely made for radio, and you know, his face too. So he could definitely do something more than just that. But so the product I wanted to talk about is from Co2art. I was sent this regulator that I'm going to show you here in a minute. I haven't taken it out of the box. I've had it for almost a month, so that kind of shows you how I hadn't been doing a lot with my tanks. But my friend John was happy enough, or nice enough, I should say, to send me this product for me to try out. Now, a little background on that. I originally started with Milwaukee. That was the one that I was gifted. And it's been running for over 10 years. I can't say anything bad about it. It has its ups and downs, and sometimes the needle valve doesn't stay where it should be. So fluctuations in that. I'm not using it right now. I was going to set this new regulator up on the 20-gallon tank, but I've turned every tank in my house into a shrimp tank except the monster. And so I'm just going to have to take off my current one and use this one in its place so that I can at least see how it is, give some reviews, answer any questions, and give my opinion basically on the product itself. So leading into that, I currently have a GLA, which is Greenleaf Aquarium. I bought my regulator, I think, about 3 years ago, and it's been running fine. I even have a second manifold so that I can run multiple tanks, two tanks at one time. And I had been doing that in the shrimp tank that is no longer an aquascaped nano tank. Now it's going to be a shrimp only tank, so that won't be necessary. But when I show you what I have under the beast, then you'll see that I have the dual manifolds on there. So getting into this, I have the Co2art Pro Elite Series Regulator. This is, really in that styrofoam. So this is the product. Honestly, I don't know a lot about it yet because I just I unpacked the box and literally set it to the side about 3 weeks ago. So what I'm going to do actually is show you guys everything I'm going to be doing, and then I'm going to stop the video, and then I'll have an update video after I have it installed. If I could learn how to piece together videos or edit them together, then I would probably not waste your time in having to come back for another video, but I don't know how to do that. I'm not a YouTube expert, I guess you could say. I'm not a video expert. So you get what you get. You follow my page, then you kind of know me. So like any other, you have your dual gauges. This one, I believe, is not a dual. It's just a single stage. I don't think it's a dual stage. If I am looking at this, it doesn't actually say if it's a single or a dual. I believe it's just dual gauge, not dual stage. And yes, there is a difference there. So what came in the kit is this, the regulator section, your bubble counter, pretty average. It's lightweight, feels like it's made out of aluminum. This one's got some steel. Actually, it's all steel, probably stainless steel, I would imagine. And of course your plug, which, even though this came from Germany, it is there we go. Even though it came from Germany, it is a US plug, because, you know, this is our market here, our area. John also sent me a CO2 drop checker kit. CO2 tubing. And he wanted to send me the Inline Diffuser, so I chose the 1216 Inline Diffuser. I had thought I would use it on, or in conjunction with my Eheim, a smaller one, but yeah, then things changed. So I'm still going to have to use it on a smaller one, but I just so happen to have two filters running on this. So before I get under the carriage over here, I just want to tell you the prices of these items. The Elite Pro Regulator itself, just by itself, is €219.99, which converts to roughly $250 US. The Inline Diffusers, they do have the 1216 I have, and they also have the 1622. The 1216 is €31.99. The 1622 is €32.99, and that's approximately $37-ish US dollars. The CO2 kit that you get retails for €19.99, which is about $23 US, and the 1 meter of it is actually CO2 resistant aquarium polyurethane tubing, and that retails at €199 or about $2.25 US dollars. So everything's available. It can be shipped directly from Germany over to whatever address you have here in the States, and I'm sure that they probably are able to ship to other countries as well. You would just have to go check out their website and see for yourselves. So without further ado, let me show you my mess of a tank, because again, I've gotten lazy. So this is the beast. Oh, I have so much work to do, so much work. Okay, and this is my mess that I call my undercarriage. Okay, so I have a lot of work to do. What I've got here is my GLA. Ouch. Let me squeeze in here. And where are we? There we go. It's the GLA. I don't even remember what it is. Dual gauge. I don't remember which model it is. But it has the dual manifolds that I mentioned. 2 gauges. You have 1 gauge that shows you the pressure of your tank. Well, this is the outgoing pressure, and this is the internal pressure. That kind of tells you how much you have remaining in your tank. Inside this tank, I mean, not this tank up here. But anyway, so that's what I'll be doing. I will be taking this bad boy out, and I will replace it with the new product. This is the Eheim that I'm going to attach it to. This has the 1216 hose. I've got to get it right. And it's going to take me a little while to get everything situated. I do have to do maintenance on my canisters. It's been a while, so this kind of comes at a convenient time for me. So if you want to see any more about this particular Co2art product, you can go to the website, which is co2art. Actually, I pulled it up, and I know it's .eu, I think. It is... I wasn't prepared for that. It is CO2, the number 2, co2art.eu. So you can go check out the products there. But until then, if you're still curious, check back with my page, and I will give an update after I have everything installed. Ciao!